Hey guys, what's going on? Megan here. Alright, so this question is from Rob Morris, right? Hey Megan, just wondering how many sets. I get this question so much. How many sets? How many sets you do per day when doing nucleus overload? How many reps per set? Would like some insight in case I run into some recovery issues and I'm not being able to move. Advice would be greatly appreciated. Thanks, Rob, for your question. All right, so I've answered that several times, right? Again, when I was doing nucleus overload, I it wasn't set in stone. It was something I was researching, something I observed. You guys know I love to investigate. I love to research shit, right? And so it's something that I've, you know, how can I phrase this? It's something that I've put together by observing different people implement it in different fields. So it wasn't bodybuilding. Remember I told you I made the videos about the guys riding the charcoal motherfuckers in Africa, the guys with the wheelbarrow, the sprinters, the ballerinas, the boxers, people that were using a muscle every single day because their work demanded that, and got extreme hypertrophy on that specific muscle. And when some of them actually started bodybuilding, those body parts grew even faster than the rest of the bodies, right? So that's when I started picking around and saying, all right, well, I got the bro science, I got the anecdotal, evidence. Now let me go into the scientific journals and see if I can explain this phenomenon. And this took years, guys, until I finally realized, oh shit, it was all about satellite cells. When I saw the study about the rat, when it took the rat, broke one of his legs, which made the other leg overcompensate and work a lot harder every single day. And when they finally killed the rat, I know it sucks to kill the rat, and looked inside his leg, they realized, well, the leg that had to do extra work every single day got a lot more satellite cells in it than a normal leg. And that's why that leg grew so fast, because they had to not only do double the work, but every single day. It was the frequency that was the key factor. And that's when I went into satellite cell research, and boom, I made all the videos about, discovery. And now everybody's catching up to it, but you guys are too fucking late, sorry about that. When I first came out with the videos, people were like, oh my god, this is bullshit, this is bro science, blah, blah, blah. Now every fucking channel is talking about satellite cells, and I'm like, alright, motherfuckers. But, as long as people are catching on, that's all that matters. So, again, once you understand the goal that you're trying to achieve, it's easy to answer the question, how many reps, how many sets should I do? The rat was not put on the protocol. The wheelbarrow guys in Africa that were carrying wheelbarrows all day and it made the traps grow like crazy. They didn't have a set and rep scheme that they had to follow. The ballerina who has amazing calves because they're always on their tippy toes all day. They don't say, hey, today I'm gonna go ahead and do this many sets and reps. The old school mechanics with the fucking diesel forearms because they're always wrenching all day long. They don't say, well, I'm gonna go to work today and I'm gonna use the wrench for this many sets of reps. The boxer that has great shoulders because he's always boxing. Look, front delt, right? Front delt. He's not thinking in terms of sets of reps. So the point I'm trying to make here is just pick the muscle you're trying to overload. Make it do extra work every single day, right? At least 5 times a week. Right? You want to do 7? Sure. But it's all about how much volume you're putting in a short amount of time. It doesn't necessarily have to be all day long. It doesn't. If you can, by all means. But it's all about stimulating that muscle every day, enough to release mechanical growth factor, IGF-1, to cause the satellite cells to start to proliferate and differentiate. So anything that would elicit that growth response is good enough. When I was doing it with my triceps, right? I remember, guys, at the end of every workout, I decided to do tricep push downs. I was just doing it non-stop. I wasn't thinking sets, I wasn't thinking reps. I was frustrated with having puny triceps. So at the end of every workout, what I was doing, chest, back, full body, doesn't matter what I was doing. I would just go to tricep push downs, and I would give myself at least 5 minutes of non-stop just tricep push downs, right? And during that period, my arms blew the fuck up, right? I gotta start doing it again because my arms shrank. But that's what worked for my triceps. For my chest, go back to my 2011 video when I first explained nucleus overload. That was in 2011, guys. For my chest, I did push-ups every single day. I woke up, got straight on the floor and started doing push-ups. My goal is to do 100 push-ups every single morning. So I started with just 10 push-ups a day, 20, 30, 40, eventually built up to 100 push-ups. And I was doing partial reps, just partial rep push-ups every single day. Guess what? When I started bodybuilding, my chest blew up. And I always had a puny chest. When I tried it on my legs, same thing. I wanted my legs to grow fast. I was doing leg presses every single day. I would go to the leg press, and I was just doing high reps. You know, I wasn't counting sets and reps. I was just doing enough until my shit fucking burned. Right? It burned. It was painful, and I was like, hey, that's it. I'm going home. It was never more than 3 to 5 minutes. Even though the people that I observed, they were doing this shit all day long. Like the guy in Thailand with the big traps who was carrying the buckets for like what I believe like 2 hours. You know, up and down the field, and got great response from it. So you have people that did it for 5 minutes, 3 minutes of non-stop tension. People that did it for the entire day. You know, people that did it for, you know, somewhere in between. There's no set time. You know, maybe one day when science took this shit seriously and start doing a lot of research on it, they'll find out, oh, there goes the optimal time or set or rep, whatever. But as far as now, the most important thing is frequency. Do it every day. Once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day. Just do it enough. Now, as far as I'll help you, I'll cut you some slack here. I don't want you to think you have to do this for 8 hours straight. It's fucking ridiculous, right? Shit, I don't know. It might work, but who has time to do that shit, right? But one thing I'll tell you is that the reason why it works, of course, is because, again, when you're stimulating a muscle, you're overworking the muscle every day, you have that release of, obviously, IGF-1, which leads to mechanical growth factor in the muscle being produced, right? And that leads to the proliferation and differentiation of cellulite cells, right? The whole nuclei shit. The good thing is you don't need a whole lot of volume in one session to stimulate that response, right? So let's say you want to grow your triceps, back to the tricep push down example, and you just do it for like 3 to 5 minutes straight. As long as you're reaching failure, you're fatiguing that muscle, it burns, you got the lactic acid in there, you're like, oh shit, it should burn. I'm pretty sure about 3 to 5 minutes of doing this shit non-stop, you're gonna elicit a response, right? Just facts, right? You're gonna have some mechanical growth factor in there, you're gonna have some IGF-1 in there. So you don't, so that should give you some hope in terms of, hey, I want to make sure I'm doing enough to elicit a growth response, all right? So just do it for 3 to 5 minutes a day. Do it for the whole 4 weeks. Take the time off again to reset the mTOR, and then see what happens after that, right? If it doesn't work, do it again for, you know, second time. After two attempts of nucleus overload, you will see results. I guarantee you. There's not a single person that's done it so far and hasn't seen hasn't seen results. You will see results because this is not a fad. It's not a some kind of, it's facts. It's science, right? You overworking something every single day, assuming you're recovering, right, and you're not, doing retarded shit, you will grow. Again, assuming you're recovering, your sleeping is okay, your hydration is good, your protein intake, caloric intake, things like that, right? So try it out. Hope that answers your question. Next questions, guys. Remember, comment section. I'll go through the comment section, look at the questions, and make videos on them. All right, guys. Thanks for liking the video. Subscribe if you haven't. Team 3D.